Welcome to Mr. V Teaching Math. Once again, we are in part 2 of a 4-part mini-series in which we are working on solving word problems like this. This time we're working on finding the part in this relationship, in which we have the part over the whole equaling the percent. Here's an example of the kind of question you might have to do this with. So Jenny is going to buy a lot of jelly beans, 280 of them. She tells you that 17.1% of them are black. So how many are black? First, whenever you're dealing with this kind of thing, start with the relationship. You know you have the part, you know you have the whole, and you know you have a percent, because that's how you create percentages. So what belongs where? Let's look. She bought 280. Is this all of them or some of them? Is this the whole amount or part of the amount? Well, this is the whole amount. So I can start filling in some elements of this relationship. We know that the whole amount is 280, okay? She tells you that 17.1% of them are black. Well, 17.1%, that's obviously the percent. And I'm going to put it in this fashion. Although I could put it in a percentage, I could put it in as a decimal. It doesn't matter which one I put it in. I could put it in any of them. In fact, it would have saved me work if I'd put it in as a decimal right away. But I didn't. How many of them were black? Well, black is only part of the total. So that's the part. And I'm going to use an x. Now at this point, you could use your fraction skills. If you know how to do cross multiplication, you could do cross multiplication, which in my class, I don't think you've learned yet. I'm actually going to use algebra skills. You don't have to use algebra skills. There are other ways of doing it. But in this case, I'm going to use algebra. First, I'm going to simplify, because on this side, I can actually divide. I have x over 280. Now I need to get x by itself. Get rid of the 280 by multiplying. And whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other. Which, these two will cancel. X is going to equal, let me just double check, $47.88. Now, she bought jelly beans. Do you really think she had 0.88 of a black jelly bean? I mean, I get maybe she had part of a black jelly bean, but it really probably would not have been that accurate. In this case, it makes most sense to round a whole number, so I can write in my final sentence, Jenny bought 48 black jelly beans.